Here's me one from JR Drums and Percussion. Well, what are you expecting? A big solo? Never mind. Before we go forward with all the lessons that we have planned up, I have two slides that I want you to take a look at. I know, just about the technique and all of that. We spent what, 4 videos on this already? But yes, I have two slides and I want you to take a look at it, then we'll move forward. After these two slides, what we're going to do is going to move on learning how to read music. I know that's not what you want. You want big solos, you want big flashy, whatever. But this is one integral part of playing music. Actually, after we do that, after I'll show you the slides, I'm going to give you a little bit of a story about this. You see this? My sister asked me to show you what this was. This is a shaker. I'll tell you the story about this later after we go through the slides. So let's take a look at the slides.
This is slide number 3, obviously continuation of number 2 that we have discussed, I believe, in video number 2 actually. Place your sticks close to the center of the drum and hold them at about 45 to 60 degree angle. If you hit the exact center of the drum, it might sound dry or muffled, so it's best to play a little off center to obtain the best sound. But this, like I mentioned in other videos, this is a rule that you most likely are going to break eventually, because if you're going to look for different sounds, and to do that, you're going to play in different areas of the head and different areas of the drums for dynamics and for different sounds. Now let's continue reading what's on the side here. Regardless if you're sitting or standing, your posture and position is of extreme importance. If your elbows are sticking out, it will make it very difficult for you to play, and you get tired very quickly. The same goes if you're tucking in your elbows towards your body. This position should come to you very natural and should feel easy. You should not be tense at all in any part of your body. It should feel very relaxed and natural. The rest here, these pictures are pretty much to compare the first pictures on the first slide, and these ones here are of my my personal snare drum, which is the one that I like the most is the Gretsch 4160. As you can see in this one, the throw-off switch and the tension screw. The tension screw is in the butt end of the snare. Um, you know what the tension screw is, right? The tension screw actually adjusts the tension of the snares against the bottom head. In this case, it's at the opposite side of the throw-off switch, and the other example that I gave you, the tension screw and the throw-offs are together in the same position. And it's just depending on whoever is the manufacturer, designs. It'll make a difference in sound and things like that, but it depends on, like I mentioned in other videos, manufacturer and purpose and things like that. Let's continue on to the next slide. Alright, this is slide number 4 or page number 4, getting ready to play. And a lot of this is things that we already touched in the past, but we're going to review this and continue forward. Stand up straight with your feet slightly apart and your weight evenly distributed on your feet, on both your feet. Or sit up straight on your chair. Make sure you're not leaning to either side, nor forwards or backwards. If you're sitting down, the drum should be in between your legs. Your posture is very important. A bad posture will culminate in bad technique, tired, or even hurt muscles. Bend your arms at the elbows and lift your hands at a slight angle to the floor. Find the pivot point, which is going to be about a third of the stick from the butt end. Place the part of the stick between the first joint of your index finger and the pad of your thumb. We've seen this before. We talked about this before a few times. Since we're learning the match grip, we will do this for both hands. And of course, we are going to do the match grip. We'll touch on the other grip, but we mainly are going to do the match grip. Place your remaining fingers on the stick and pull it towards your palm. Your grip should feel loose and your thumb should point toward the stick. Your palm should be facing down when the stick is parallel to the snare drum. And here's an illustration of how it should look like. Place the people point on the stick between the first joint of your index finger and the pad of your thumb. The second illustration, place your remaining fingers on the stick and pull it towards your palm. Your grip should feel loose and your thumb should point towards the stick. And the last illustration, your palm should be facing down when the stick is parallel to the snare.
Alright, so you seen the slides, number 3 and number 4. Not much to discuss. We're not going to continue going back and forth with this. So, the next that we're going to talk about is going to be about reading music. That's going to be number 5. And we're going to start touching on reading music. If you know about a little bit of this, it'll be great. If not, don't worry about it. I'm going to take you step by step from the beginning. So you don't have to worry about it. Now, I promise you about this. You see this? This is a shaker. This shaker, I remember I had a gig that I remember I had to play. It was like a weekend gig, it was a night gig, and I needed a shaker to play that gig, and I all of a sudden realized that I didn't have one. So I came up with this, and I'm going to show you how to make one too. The thing is that after I played this gig, it sounded pretty good. I ended up using it for a couple of recordings after that, and this was in the 80s, a few years back, and I liked it, and some people liked it, and I used it for a few recordings, and I kept it, and I didn't bought a name brand. I kept it, and I've been using it for years on and on and on and on. So this is my JR Drums and Percussion official shaker. I'm going to show you now how to make one. Okay, here we are. Like I mentioned, this is the official JR Drums and Percussion shaker. I'm going to show you how to make one. I told you about the story of it, that I had a gig, I was pressured to play a gig, and I ended up having to come up with this. I'm going to show you how to make one. We're going to need 2 plastic cups, obviously the same kind, please. Because you don't need them to have the same circumference. What I put inside is rice, and right now I'm using about a quarter cup for this size cups. Obviously your cups are bigger, you can put more, you can put less, you can put something else other than rice, but I like the sound of rice. It gives it more traditional sound. And then, this is a scientific process, you have to be careful. You don't want it to blow up in your face. Use duct tape. I know. I'm gonna put this here. I'm just gonna tape it so it doesn't fall off first. This side so it doesn't fall off first. One side. Then the next. And now that I have it in place, these cups are not strong, so I'm gonna have a duct tape. Oh, oops, there you go. These clips are not the strongest. Not as sturdy as those. So I'm gonna have to duct tape out. I'm gonna, there you go. Make sure that it is sticking on the side so you don't want the rice to come out. And you have an official JR Drums and Percussion shaker. Yeah, I'm gonna trademark this, so if you make your own, you gotta pay royalties. Thank you very much for watching. See you next video.